here for them, and they found a way through as well. And over the halfway line they come as the ball goes out towards that far side, and Wilson, on it goes to Jimenez. Wilson's continued his run down that side, and in the end Luke Shaw manages to get a toe to it, but he's put it behind for a corner to Fulham in the 13th minute. Fulham's first of the afternoon at the Stretford end. An opportunity now for Marco Silva's men to test Manchester United from a set piece. United have had one themselves and failed to create anything from that one. Well, it was a header, wasn't it, at the far post from Harry Maguire, which was harmless. And they've got two players over there. They've got Harry Wilson and Alex Iwobi. I don't know whether they're going to go for the short one here, Fulham. Anderson's up, Cuenca's up as well. Luke Shaw in between the two of them at the moment. Raul Jimenez is there as well, just stood on the penalty spot. They do go for the short one. Here's Iwobi. Back to Harry Wilson, right-hand corner of the penalty area. Gets the cross in towards the far post. Headed down, an opportunity. Oh, and it's just poked wide. I think it's Lamans who's made the save, in fact. Corner for Fulham again, really well worked as well. Went for the short corner and in the end resulted in the left-footed cross towards the far post. And arriving at the far post was Cuenca. Heads it back across the 6-yard area. And it was Joachim Andersen who just got a toe to it. Just stretched the right leg, got a toe to it. And Lamans put out the right hand, put it behind. Corner for Fulham from this near side. And that's the closest we've come to an opening goal here at Old Trafford. Again, they're going to go for the short routine possibly here, because again, Harry Wilson and Iwobi have both gone over towards this near side. No, Iwobi brings it in this time, plays it in long. Punch clear by Lamans towards the edge of the penalty area. Volleyed back into the Manchester United penalty area and headed clear by Luke Shaw. And Amad Diallo is on his way suddenly, but he's just overran it slightly, which allows Wilson to get the challenge and put the ball out of play. Manchester United throw in midway inside their own half, down their right. Dallo's going to take it. Dallo, another one expected to be heavily involved for his country, finds his Portuguese teammate Bruno Fernandes. They'll certainly be in the starting lineup come the summer, you feel, as Manchester United give the ball away. It's a sloppy one from Kobbie Mainoo, and Chukwueze has it down this near side, does really well as well. On it goes to Jimenez. This is promising for Fulham. Jimenez out towards this near side. Kobbie Mainoo with a terrible challenge. Referee might bring that back for a yellow card. He's allowed play to continue because Fulham have possession. And in the end, they have lost it. Jimenez is back on his feet. You wonder whether there might be a retrospective yellow card there for that one. Long ball forward for Manchester United towards Mbeumo, but that's well dealt with by Joachim Andersen as they go long now. Luke Shaw can't quite control it, but it didn't matter because Casemiro has it anyway. Out towards Amad Diallo on the halfway line for Manchester United. Leaves it for Casemiro, then gets the ball back. Matheus Cunha just gets involved, not been involved at all in the game so far, just comes across towards this near side just to get a couple of touches more than anything else, the Portuguese. That's Mbeumo, back to Lisandro Martinez, finds Casemiro in the glove still. First day of February, still a little bit chilly here in the northwest. Here's Amad Diallo, cuts inside Robinson, then just holds it up and goes back to Diogo Dallo. It is a difficult one down that right-hand side for Manchester United because you've got Dallo and you've got Diallo. Although a lot of the Manchester United contingent refer to Diallo by his first name, Amad Diallo. Still with United, Dallo no, and he does find there is that link up between Dallo and Diallo, and this time Cunha's come over towards this near side, rushing down towards the byline. Can he cut this ball back? He goes down, and he's got out of play, but it's a well-timed challenge. It's gone behind for a corner, but Jorge Cuenca's not happy with the decision. He thought it came off of Cunha last, but it will be a Manchester United corner, their second of the afternoon. And opportunity again to float one in towards the likes of Harry Maguire. Just looking at a replay of this. Cunha takes it down towards the byline. Oh yeah, 100% it comes off Cunha. He's more than got a case there. It's a difficult one for the referee to see. I mean, how on earth you could get VAR involved in stuff like this, but you really don't want VAR getting involved in little trivial decisions like that. I know it could obviously result in a Manchester United goal if they do score from this corner, but you can't keep holding up play like that. It certainly did come off the Manchester United player, but it's resulted in a corner for United. Well, VAR's actually having a look at this for a potential penalty as Cunha. I'd be amazed if this decision is made. Cunha goes down towards the near side. He's got a hold of his arm. Let's have a look at this again. Kuna, he goes round. It's the player in question is Jorge Cuenca. I just don't think there's enough contact there. But we know that VAR like to be centre of the party at all stages and all times, and that's exactly what they're doing here by checking for a penalty. And again, we're looking for something clear and obvious. So if there was something clear and obvious, it would have been cleared up by now, because it doesn't take looking at a replay 10 times to decide whether something's clear and obvious. We wait to see whether or not they do call John Brooks, who is our referee this afternoon, over towards the monitor. I think they're still looking at it. Meantime, it's still Aston Villa 0, Brentford 0. Aston Villa, of course, looking, well, they will go second even momentarily, just for a couple of hours, because Manchester City don't play till 4:30. Villa 0, Brentford 0, and that would put. Let's see what John Brooks is doing here. Well, he's just telling the players that VAR is still looking at it. Again, clear and obvious is my point, and I've made this point on numerous occasions. Well, it's been cleared now, but why on earth did it take that long? And if it was clear and obvious, you would have looked at it once and gone, yes, clear and obvious, it's a penalty. Of course you would. If you've looked at it 10 times, it's not clear and obvious. It's as simple as that. And sometimes, surely, common sense should prevail, but it never does. So corner for Manchester United. It should be a corner, by the way, but obviously VAR can't get involved in that decision. It should be a goal kick because the ball came off of Kuna, but we'll let that one go. At least there's a little bit of common sense now, even if it did take a while to get to. So corner for Manchester United, their second of the first half, to be taken from this near side, the United right. Well, they've given a free kick. Well, they've called it back for a free kick is what they've done, for an earlier challenge by Cuenca on Kuna. So when it comes, there's the header and there's the goal. How easy was that? Casemiro arrives on the edge of the 6-yard area and says thank you very much, and Manchester United have a lead in the 19th minute. It's a delicious delivery, it has to be said, by Bruno Fernandes. That free kick from just inside the corner flag, right-footed, and Casemiro, who really is enjoying himself. He's having an Indian summer, really, as far as his career goes. He rises highest just on the edge of the 6-yard area. Says thank you very much. He couldn't miss. It's Manchester United 1, Fulham 0, 19th minute. What a delivery by Bruno. In it comes. And he gets there ahead of the defender, who is actually the aforementioned Joachim Andersen, I think. It could have been Castagna, actually. It's just such a good delivery. It's on the money. That's what it is from Bruno Fernandes. It really is. It's such a difficult ball to defend, and Casemiro, he scored plenty with his head, and he gets there actually ahead of Harry Maguire, who is right behind him waiting to put it in as well. United have the lead, and the feel-good factor continues here at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 1, Fulham 0, and as it stands, Manchester United are heading back into the top 4 of the Premier League with that 19th minute goal from Casemiro, the Brazilian. Ball is loose on the halfway line. It's Fulham who've come away with it. I think they'll be quite happy, would have been quite happy. There's been a booking for, well, I think it's for Marco Silva, actually. I assume it's for complaining about the decision toward that free kick. I can't think what else it would have been. So he goes in the referee's book. No play actually on the field has gone into John Brooks's book so far. And Fulham are behind here at Old Trafford as Robinson goes back towards the edge of his own penalty area. Cuenca, just the low ball then back to the goalkeeper, just on the edge of his 6-yard area. Bernd Leno, former Arsenal goalkeeper, of course. And here is another former Arsenal. There's a few of them around, of course, here at Fulham. And there's Emile Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi involved as well. This is a lovely move by Fulham, by the way. Here comes Emile Smith-Rowe again out towards the inside right position. This is promising for Fulham. Jimenez now doesn't get it, and the reason he doesn't get it is because it's a really sloppy pass by Castagna. It's a very simple pass, and I think in his frustration to win the ball back over on the far side, he's pushed over Casemiro. Free kick to Manchester United, really promising position for Fulham. It was beautifully worked actually down this near side. Iwobi involved, and Smith-Rowe involved, and then as soon as Anderson got involved, it all went wrong, because he had a simple pass to play to Jimenez just on the right side of the penalty area, and he just sort of scuffed his pass, just sort of kicked the turf slightly, sold him short. Casemiro said thank you very much, just as he did when he got his goal a moment ago. Brought the ball out towards the left-hand touchline, and in his frustration, Joachim Andersen rushed over and pushed him over. Free kick to Manchester United. Level with the edge of their own penalty area down the left. And we're heading towards the midway point of the first half here at Old Trafford. United 1, Fulham 0. And Lammens is going to kick long. It's becoming a bit of a fan favourite, is Senna Lammens. And it's been a while for Manchester United, hasn't it? Because they've been more misses than hits, I think, as far as in between the sticks goes for United of late. Obviously since the days of Peter Schmeichel, and United have won the ball back here. Now this is promising. Bruno Fernandes onto Diallo now, right inside of the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes on this occasion doesn't get the distribution right as the ball comes into the box. It's not a great one from the Manchester United captain, and cleared by Fulham. But here he comes again, Fernandes. He's putting the strings in that midfield for Manchester United. Laid off by Kobbie Mainoo, back to Casemiro. Plays it back inside the centre circle for Lisandro Martinez. Out it comes towards this near side, Diallo. Diallo now looking to take on Robinson again. He's so tricky, he really is. Goes back to Bruno Fernandes in the end, just takes the simple pass. Infielder Kobbie Mainoo, strong challenge coming in from Emile Smith-Rowe. Wins the ball back for Fulham, and now Iwobi can bring it away. Iwobi, sloppy from the edge of the penalty area, gives it straight to Kuna. Can United take advantage? Diallo now, edge of the penalty area, cutting onto that favoured left foot, is he? Goes back to Casemiro. Thought about the shot there for a second to Casemiro. In the end, he just goes square to his left, and Bruno Fernandes out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area, and that's a poor cross from Luke Shaw, which actually goes out of play for a throw down this near side. And Fulham gifting possession back to Manchester United on the edge of their own penalty area. And it could have cost them dearly. It wasn't to be. It did look for a second as if Casemiro was going to let one fly just on the edge of the penalty area. It suddenly opened up for him just outside the D. Encouraged to shoot by the Old Trafford faithful, but elected just to pass it towards his left-hand side to Bruno Fernandes, who then played the ball out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. There was Luke Shaw, first-time ball, which he got all wrong. Throw into Fulham in their left-back position. It's gone out again, but this time the last touch has come off of Sander Berg, so it will be a throw-in to United down this near side, midway inside the Fulham half. Dalot to take it. It's got Kobbie Mainoo over there, as well as Mbeumo now rushing over as well. And Bruno Fernandes. In the end, it goes to Kuna, though, the number 10. Back to Dalot. And Dalot plays it low back to Lisandro Martinez inside the centre circle. Goes out towards Luke Shaw over on that far side for United. Kuna on the edge of the penalty area. Cunha's first touch is really heavy, and that allows Fulham to win the ball back through Sander Berg. Again, intent of playing out from the back here, Fulham. They do play good football, they really do. And here they come again. It's really opened up for Emile Smith-Rowe. Over the halfway line he comes. Out towards this near side. Lovely ball as well after Chukwueze tries to get the cross in. And it took a little deflection. Could have gone anywhere. In the end, it was on target, but it was a simple save for Lammens. Chukwueze on loan from AC Milan. As Martinez goes low out towards his near side. Here's Dalot. And he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. United then go long towards the halfway line. Cleared by Jorge Cuenca, but United pick it up again. They look a bit stretched here, Fulham, as Kobbie Mainoo floats one out towards Luke Shaw over on that far side. 25 minutes played here at Old Trafford. United 1, Fulham 0. Casemiro in the 19th with a header. Assist from Bruno Fernandes. Here's Harry Maguire now inside the centre circle, goes square to Casemiro. He's going to go long towards Mbeumo, but he's got too much on it, that one, and it floats through to Bernd Leno, the Fulham goalkeeper, who bowls one out towards that far side. And goes back towards the edge of the penalty area. So United, as it stands, heading fourth, 5 points behind their city rivals Manchester City, who they beat, of course, the other day very convincingly last time out here at Old Trafford. Remember that Manchester United have no other commitments this year. It really is all about the Premier League now. They're not playing any European football this season after losing that Europa League final last year to Tottenham, and they've been knocked out of the FA Cup and the League Cup as well. So it literally is their remaining games in the Premier League and a hunt for a place back in the Champions League, onto the top table of European football again. Well, that's what they're hoping for, and they're going the right way about it at the moment, because as it stands, they're leapfrogging both Chelsea and Liverpool into 4th place. They've still got to play those 2 teams this season as well again. What a lovely ball out towards his near side that was to Chukwueze for Fulham. United have won it back though, and looped down the line by Harry Maguire. Can Dalot control it? No, he can't. It's gone out of play, and it will be a throw-in, but it's come off of Samuel Chukwueze. This will be a throw into United. Dalot takes it, finds Diallo, laid off by Bruno Fernandes towards Kuna. This is nice from United, out to Luke Shaw, just shy of the halfway line. Just holds it up over on the far side, goes in field to Kuna. And then Kuna goes back inside to Martinez, inside the centre circle for the Argentinian. Finds Dalot, scoops it forward towards the edge of the Fulham penalty area, but Fulham will deal with that one. And here's Anthony Robinson. Infield to Berg. Berg now, the space is opening up on the far side. Berg's just gone down the centre and in the end comes out towards his near side. Chukwueze has it. He overlaps there for Robinson. There's the ball into the box. What a nice delivery as well, but Martinez gets it clear for United. Finds Bruno Fernandes. He goes down wanting a free kick. It's gone down too easily for my liking, and he's not going to get that free kick. And Fulham will come again down this near side. Chukwueze, there's the cross, or attempted cross, hits Casemiro. And it'll fall for Bruno Fernandes, who touches it a little bit heavy, loses possession to Berg, who's strong there. And Fulham have it again. Good little spell this for the visitors. Anthony Robinson coming down this near side, leaves it for Emil Smith-Rowe. Infield to Iwobi. Laid off by Harry Wilson. Challenge coming in from Kobbie Mainoo does well, and it falls kindly for United, and Martinez can bring it away. Now on it goes to Mbeumo, as he's got the legs. Mbeumo, he's going to go first time. He wanted to go first time towards Diallo over on the far side, but it hits Castagna, goes out of play. Manchester United throw in midway inside the Fulham half down the United left. And Kuna initially thought about a quick one, but he's going to leave it for Luke Shaw by the looks of things. Back towards the halfway line go Manchester United. Here's Harry Maguire onto Kobbie Mainoo, back in the starting lineup again. He's been given a new lease of life from Michael Carrick, and he plays one into the box, and Bruno Fernandes rushes in and tries to stretch out the right leg to get a toe on it, but it bounces all the way through to Bernd Leno. Perfectly timed, well, almost a perfectly timed run from Bruno Fernandes, who's certainly onside. That ball just escapes him and bounces harmlessly through to Bernd Leno. Martinez has it over on the far side for United. And in the end, the ball ricochets all the way back to Lemons. Lemons low out to Kobbie Mainoo. Onto Casemiro. Closed down by Emil Smith-Rowe. Goes back to Lisandro Martinez again over on that far side. First time ball then by the goal scorer Casemiro. Back to Harry Maguire. And now Dalot over the halfway line. And Diallo returns the favour. Casemiro, first time ball out towards the far side. United still just inside their own half with Martinez. He's going to go long towards Mbeumo. Left hand side of the penalty area, and really good defending in the end to shepherd that ball out of play by Anderson. Goal kick for Fulham. We're at the half-hour point here at Old Trafford. Manchester United lead Fulham by a goal to nil. Casemiro in the 19th minute. Stat-wise, 50-50 right down the middle. It really is. In fact, Fulham's XG is actually higher than United's. United 0.31, 0.43 for Fulham. Total shots is 3 apiece. Shots on target 3-1 in favour of United. It really is very, very even here at Old Trafford, but it's goals that matter, and it's Casemiro who's got that goal for Manchester United. Ball's gone out of play down this near side. It will be a throw-in for Fulham, midway inside their own half down their left. Anthony Robinson, the American, will take it. And I don't think Marco Silva will be particularly disappointed with anything he's seen in the first half an hour. They've looked good, Fulham, coming forward. They're not looking good there, though, because they've given the ball to Mbeumo, and quickly across to put the ball behind for a corner was Cuenca. And United will now have their second corner of the afternoon, as we thought they did earlier, and then we ended up with a free kick and they ended up scoring. And Mbeumo grabs the ball. He's Manchester United's top scorer this season with 9. 4 clear of Kuna and Bruno Fernandes, who's got another assist to his name this afternoon. Harry Maguire is up again. He's such a threat. Maguire really is. He's lurking at that far post. Can Mbeumo find him? Left-footed delivery, and it comes. And Fulham managed to smuggle it clear out towards the far side. It will be retrieved, though, by Bruno Fernandes. Cheeky little back heel, but it looked good from Bruno Fernandes, but it went straight to a Fulham player, and Fulham can clear long. Underneath that one is Dalot, and Dalot turns and right-footed plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Lammens. Lammens goes back out to Dalot. He's in the unfamiliar position of being over on the left-hand side at the moment, following that corner. Now Diallo picks it up on the edge of his own penalty area. On it goes to Casemiro. Casemiro's got to be careful there. He almost had his pocket picked there by Chukwueze, but he's done well, and United have played out from the back, and now it's Mbeumo down this near side. Heavy first touch, just about keeps it in play, finds Casemiro down the centre towards Bruno Fernandes, and that one's cut out by Cuenca, and Fulham bring it clear. Here's Iwobi over the halfway line. He comes inside the centre circle, looks towards that right hand side, and Castagna is rushing forward for Fulham, goes back in field again to Iwobi. Iwobi just holds it up, and then at walking pace almost advances towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty. Harry Wilson pokes it out towards the right side. Castagna, right side of the penalty. There's the cross, and it's evaded everybody, but Chukwueze's picked it up on the left-hand side of the penalty area, gets the cross in, and Manchester United can head it clear. And Diallo now fancies a run at Robinson. Has he got the pace? Can he get past the American? Oh yes, he can. He continues to rush forward. Needs some support here, Diallo. Bruno Fernandes. He goes back towards the halfway line, and then he floats one out towards Kuna over on that far side. He's got Luke Shaw there for company if he needs him. Kuna advancing towards the edge of the penalty area. Low ball to Bruno Fernandes. Again, Bruno Fernandes is trying to turn on all the tricks here, but at the wrong time. He went for the back heel to play it back to Kuna, and it didn't work out at all for him, just like the back heel he tried a couple of minutes ago. He's certainly full of confidence, the Manchester United captain, but there's a time and a place, and neither of them worked out for him. You could understand it a bit more if Manchester United were leading by 4 or 5 goals to nil, but not at 1-0. Just gifting possession back to the visitors, who look more than capable here at Old Trafford, despite trailing by a goal to nil. Here's Sander Berg, central inside the Manchester United half, goes out towards the inside left position, and then the low ball comes out to Chukwueze, looking to take on Dalot. He's beaten Dalot. This is impressive. He's inside the penalty area, gets the cross in, and there at the near post to volley it clear is Harry Maguire, and it's gone out for a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Good work, though, by the Nigerian down this near side. He had the beating there of Diogo Dalot. Chukwueze. And Fulham have this throw-in, and Robinson's going to take it. He dries the ball with his shirt, such is the way with these long throws these days. No towel on offer for the away team. In comes this throw. It's not a particularly good one. Headed clear by Dalot, I think it is. Fulham will have it again on the halfway line. Loop forward back towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty. Casemiro's underneath it with the header clear, but only finds Robinson. Now Iwobi. Back to Robinson down this near side, down the line to Chukwueze. He looks good actually down this near side, the AC Milan loanee. Infield again to Iwobi. Iwobi low ball into the box. That's a good one as well. Clear by Manchester United. Full for Harry Wilson. Can he get the shot away? No, he plays it up towards this near side. Left hand side of the penalty area. Chukwueze again. Harry Wilson is so congested inside that Manchester United penalty area, and in the end it's smuggled away by Casemiro. Fulham having a good spell here at Old Trafford, looking for the equaliser before half-time. We've got 10 minutes to play before half-time. Low ball into the box this time by Chukwueze, not a good one. Straight to Harry Maguire, who's then brought down by Harry Wilson, who looks frustrated. And I think the frustration comes from earlier, a minute or so ago, when that ball was played inside the penalty area for him. He was looking for the space to get the shot away, but it was just red shirts all around him. Michael Carrick's men back in numbers. So 10 minutes to half-time. And United still leading here by a goal to nil, and still as it stands, going into 4th place in the Premier League. Still Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace nil. It's still goalless as well at Villa Park. Aston Villa, as I said, even with a point, would go second, only maybe for a couple of hours, depending on what happens in North London between Tottenham and Manchester City. That's the 4:30 kickoff. Bruno Fernandes has gone down. The ball's eventually gone out of play. I wonder if does he need attention here, the Manchester United captain? No, he doesn't. He's doing his usual. He wanted a free kick and he didn't get it. He's not happy about it, but he's absolutely fine to get back on his feet. He's just making a point. Here's Bruno, just showing John Brooks. Just looking at a replay of what happened. Yeah, it was accidental. I mean, it was Berg who came in on him, but it's certainly accidental. And the referee's got that absolutely right, I think. So throw into United. And it's a few yards inside the Fulham half down the United right in front of the South Stand here at Old Trafford. Dallow's going to take this one. Finds Kobbie Mainoo. Goes down, wants a free kick. He'll get a free kick because the challenge is too strong from Castagna. So free kick for Manchester United midway inside the Fulham half. And Dallow and Bruno Fernandes are behind it. Bruno placing the ball down. He's already got an assist to his name this afternoon, the Manchester United captain. The Fulham defensive line is just outside the D. And it comes from Bruno. And headed clear by Castagna, but Kobbie Mainoo has it. Lovely ball out towards this near side. There's an offside flag up on Diallo, I think it is. It was a good spot actually from to get that ball out towards the far side by Kobbie Mainoo towards Diallo, but he just strayed beyond the last defender. And it will be a free kick to Fulham, just on the edge of their own penalty area. 7 minutes to half time. United 1 goal to the good. Castagna over on the far side goes back to the edge of his penalty area, rather than the goalkeeper. It's actually to Cuenca. Cuenca finds Robinson. Forward he goes to Berg. Again, working the ball out of defence really well again here, Fulham. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe, and he just calmly plays it back to his goalkeeper, Leno. Low out towards Castagna over on that far side. Forward it goes now to Anderson. The central defender plays it out towards the far side, and Iwobi, it's gone out of play. It's a Fulham throw, which they've already taken midway inside their own half, and they throw all the way back towards the edge of their 18-yard line. Now it's with Leno, and Cuenca could bring this ball forward now under no pressure whatsoever. And indeed, the Spaniard brings it forward towards the halfway line, then leaves it for Robinson. And Robinson goes back to Anderson. And Anderson's turn now to bring it forward towards the halfway line for Fulham. He's inside the centre circle now. Square to his right, Castagna down the line. And searching out Jimenez. That's got too much on it, that long ball forward. Jimenez trying to get around Harry Maguire. Lamens has it again for United. He's going to kick long here, right-footed. Out towards Mbeumo. Headed clear, though, for Fulham. And it'll fall really kindly as well for Emile Smith-Rowe. Now a bit of space for him midway inside the Manchester United half. Goes out towards the near side. Robinson. Low ball back towards Emile Smith-Rowe. Harry Wilson almost got in the way there. It's cleared by United, but Fulham have picked up the pieces again. Sander Berg. Square to Iwobi. 35 yards from goal. Is he going to try a shot? A low one. It's a decent effort towards the goalkeeper's right hand post, but saved well by Lamens and held by Lamens as well. Just opened up invitingly there for the ex-Arsenal and Everton man. Low shot towards that. He's going to tuck it in the far post, but comfortable save in the end for Lamens. As United play out from the back. 5 minutes to half time. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. Here's Dallow. It's been a very, very even game. Absolutely nothing to choose between these two sides. There is a goal between them through Casemiro. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe out towards Chukwueze down this near side. Again looking to take on Diogo Dallow, and Dallow has cleared it. Out of play down this near side. Not quite sure which side of the corner flag that ball bounced out of play. Has it gone for a throw-in? Or did it go the other side? It's gone the other side of the corner flag actually. It will be a corner for Fulham, just their third of the afternoon. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Harry Wilson's coming across to take it. They do lead that particular stat now, Fulham, by 3-2. And can they hurt Manchester United here and get themselves level before the break? Harry Wilson has become the main man at Craven Cottage. He's changed his mind actually. Is he going to leave it for Iwobi? He is. So it's Iwobi to play it in, right-footed towards the far post. And it's harmlessly volleyed over the bar by Jimenez from about 6 yards. He just stuck out a leg and hoped for the best, I think, more than anything else there, the Mexican. And it's gone high into the Stretford end towards our left-hand side. And it's behind for a goal kick for Manchester United. Well, this is feels like a very different type of game to the two previous ones that Manchester United have played under Michael Carrick. But if they get the win, it doesn't matter if they can win in different ways. They're explosive. I think that's the correct word against Manchester City. It was different again against Arsenal because they were completely outplayed in that game for about half an hour. They soaked it up. Yes, they did go 1 goal behind, But once they got the equaliser, they were the better team. So that was slightly different again in the fact that there's a yellow card there as the long ball's played forward, and there's a pull on the shirt by Anderson on Mbumo, just climbing above the Cameroonian. So it'll be a yellow card, the first of the afternoon for Joachim Andersen, the Fulham captain. Well, there has been a yellow card actually, but it was for Marco Silva. No yellow cards on the pitch, let's put it that way. Marco Silva, the Fulham manager, going into the referee John Brooks's book earlier on. So it's a free kick to Manchester United. It's about 35 yards from goal, level with the left-hand side of the goal. You assume that Bruno Fernandes will take it because, well, for a start, he's the main man around these parts, isn't he? But secondly, he does deliver, and we saw that earlier, didn't we, with the assist for the goal for Casemiro, who's up again as well, the Brazilian, as is Harry Maguire. So it will be Manchester United's captain to take it, right-footed. Clips it in. It's another good delivery. It's headed clear though towards this near side, and it's Jimenez who picks it up for Fulham, just on the left-hand side of his penalty area, and he goes long. Well, if any Fulham player can get on that, I'd be amazed. They can't. Emile Smith-Rowe nearly did, to be fair, but good work by Dalot. Now Bruno Fernandes again, who's back on the halfway line for United. It was another good delivery, don't get me wrong, but Fulham defended it well on this occasion, which they didn't do particularly for the goal. Here's Bruno Fernandes again, knocks it back to Martinez. And Martinez goes out towards that left-hand side, and Kobbie Mainoo infield to Casemiro. Looks like a different player, Casemiro, really does. There were so many questions about him, particularly last season in the twilight of his career, but he's really found something again. Here's Iwobi out towards the right-hand side, and the run being made down that right-hand side for Fulham by Chukwueze, who's changed, he's swapped flanks. It's not worked out for him though, and he's gone into Bruno Fernandes. And again, it's one of Bruno Fernandes's GCSE drama performances. And he's back on his feet now, surprise, surprise. It's gone behind for a goal kick as the last touch came off with Samuel Chukwueze. And Manchester United will have a goal kick with just over a minute of the first 45. We'll have a little bit of time to add on for that VAR check for the penalty that never was, that resulted, of course, in the Manchester United free kick that resulted in Manchester United taking the lead. And the only goal that we've seen so far. Brentford are down to 10 men against Aston Villa. It's still goalless at Villa Park, but they're going to have to do it the hard way, because Kevin Schade has been sent off there at Villa Park. Villa looking to close the gap on Arsenal to 4 points, and they'll certainly fancy their chances playing the whole of the second half against 10 men. But it's still goalless thus far at Villa Park, and in the other game it's still Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 0. 30 seconds to the 45 left. Here's Iwobi, touches heavy, allows the challenge to come in, and Diallo does well to win the ball back, and he'll win a free kick there as well. Free kick to Manchester United on the halfway line, just a few yards in field from the right-hand touchline. And United just looking to see this out really to half-time. A goal to the good next to Casemiro. Here's Harry Maguire then to take this free kick for United. Places the ball down. It's about 10-15 yards in field from the right-hand touchline. A few yards over the halfway line. And Harry Maguire will take it. Drills it out towards this near touchline, and Diallo cuts in field. Pokes it back to Kobbie Mainoo. Turns and goes back to Dalot. And now Mbumo's popped up down this near side and almost plays in. Amad Diallo cleared by Fulham out towards this near side, and Mbumo will just allow the ball to trickle out of play for a Manchester United throw-in right next to the corner flag down this near side. The United right, 3 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the first of those now, and Diogo Dalot is going to take this throw-in for United. Goes back down the line towards Amad Diallo, and he finds Martinez inside the centre circle, closed down by Emile Smith-Rowe. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Lemons. Finds Harry Maguire towards his right-hand side. Maguire's going to go long. He's searching out Luke Shaw over on the far side. Not going to find Luke Shaw, though, and tidied up by Harry Wilson. Just to the right of his own penalty area. Goes back to Bert Leno. Finds Anthony Robinson. Robinson with a low ball towards the halfway line. Lovely flick on by Jimenez out towards the near side. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe. On to Chukwueze. Battling with it with Harry Maguire. He's gone down. gets back on his feet and the ball ricochets towards Casemiro, who plays the ball off of Smith Rowe. It's out of place. Manchester United throw in level with the edge of their own penalty area down their right-hand side. Well, bit of drama at the City ground. Just mentioned that Brentford had gone down to 10 men against Villa. Well, the exact same thing has just happened at the City ground. Nico Williams has been sent off for handing the ball, and a penalty has been awarded for Crystal Palace. We'll keep an eye on that to see if Palace can get the equaliser from the penalty spot. Fulham coming forward for the last time before half-time, trying to get the equaliser. Cross comes in, there's the header, and that would go harmlessly wide. It would be a goal kick to Manchester United, and I think that'll pretty much be that for the first half. A very, very even first half here at Old Trafford, but Manchester United have their nose in front thanks to a Casemiro header in the 19th minute, following a free kick from Bruno Fernandes just on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Other than that, it's been very, very even. Fulham's the closest they've come to an equaliser with that Joachim Andersen shot from the edge of the 6-yard area, which was pushed behind by Lamens, who kicks long here for Manchester United. Here's Diallo down this near side. On it goes down the line towards Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes just... It's another back heel for Bruno Fernandes. This one actually worked out beautifully. Diallo now, edge of the penalty area, gets the ball onto his left foot, turns it onto his right foot, gets the shot in, and it hits Sanderberg, goes behind, and will just have time for Manchester United to take their third corner of the afternoon. Crystal Palace scored that penalty, by the way. Ismail Sarr, and they're pretty much going into half-time now, one apiece, but that turns that one on its head completely, doesn't it? Forest 1, Palace 1, but Forest will have to play the whole of the second half down to 10 men, as will Brentford, who've just had a man sent off at Villa Park. Manchester United then have a corner. We've played the 4 minutes of 3 minutes, I should say, of stoppage time. And Bumo, left-footed delivery towards that far post, and Harry Maguire again gets something on it. He always does, doesn't he, Harry Maguire? But it's gone harmlessly behind for a goal kick. And Brentford have taken the lead, would you believe, in stoppage time at the end of the first half. They're down to 10 men at Villa Park, but they lead Unai Emery's title challengers by 1-0. Well, that could be a real surprise. I mean, it'd be a surprise anyway if Brentford were to go and win that game, but certainly having to play against 11 men, and it's Ouattara who's got the goal in stoppage time. I think that was half-time now. So it's Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 1, with Palace down to 10 men. It's Villa 0, Brentford 1, with Brentford down to 10 men. And half-time now here. The whistle goes at Old Trafford. Both teams still with 11 players. It's Manchester United 1, Fulham 0, and it's Casemiro's goal in the 19th minute that separates the sides. We're back in 15 minutes for the second half.
Towards Brahim Diaz, who shoots. Good shot. It's come all the way out though. Here's Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe shot blocked. It was a dangerous moment, and it's still there though with Dani Ceballos. Threads one through to Alaba. Here goes Mbappe. Mbappe trying to get room for a shot. He cuts in. He lays it off to Valverde. Here goes Chouameni. It's back to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh, and he's blocked again. And it's gone out, has it? No, Ceballos keeps it in. Mbappe wins it, he's gone down. No penalties as a referee. He says he got the ball. Not really a lot of protest by Real Madrid players. And Vallecano clear it. And it's gone out of play. And it'll be a Real Madrid throw-in. And, well, Mbappe went down pretty dramatically, has to be said. And Florian Lejeune was the man who came across to make the challenge. And it is play on as Vinicius tries to take on the full-back. Ratiu once more. Rodrigo hustling the Vallecano back line. Alaba keeps it alive though, nodding it back to Ceballos. 3 minutes now for Real Madrid. And Rayo Vallecano in this game as the ball comes out to Camavinga. goes back to Tchouameni. Tchouameni out to Brahim Diaz. Here's Valverde. Gonzalo Garcia into Valverde once more. Valverde comes forward. Oh, but he did get that pass right, and it's gone out of play, and it'll be a goal kick to Rayo Vallecano. And Real Madrid know the consequences of this game here. They know if they're unable to win this, this would be a huge blow for them in the title race. And this is the sort of match that you have to win, really. You have to get a result. You have to get the 3 points if you're going to win the title. But of course, a 1-1 draw will not be enough as Vallecano keep the ball again. The 10 men of Rayo Vallecano at the Bernabeu keeping the ball away from Real Madrid, and that's exactly what they need to do. Now as Nobel Mendy goes back to Batalla in the Vallecano goal, headed forward by Tchouameni, headed forward once again, and Valverde puts me under pressure and all in the run there by Martins. A good tackle by Tchouameni, and Real Madrid could come forward now. Here goes Rodrigo. Rodrigo looking at the options ahead of him. Vallecano trying to desperately get back. Rodrigo running with purpose and power. Here goes Vinicius Junior looking at the options ahead of him. Goes across to Garcia. Comes in towards Dani Ceballos. Here's Rodrigo, Ceballos, Tchouameni, Vinicius Junior. Options in the middle for him. Vinicius Junior throws it across. Didn't get it right. Mbappe was flat-footed. And it's cleared on this side for a throw-in on the halfway line to Real Madrid. It just can't create a clear chance. Real Madrid, as Alaba has got it now on this near side. Dani Ceballos. They need something from somewhere, the Real Madrid team. Valverde heads it back across goal, and the goalkeeper, Batalla, is able to just jump on the ball and take the sting out of the game here, as Ingo Perez looks anxiously as 9 minutes have been shown by the fourth official. 9. Wow. I thought there'd be a few, but that seems very excessive. As the ball comes into the box, it's a decent chance, but it is cleared away though by Vallecano, and now they've got it at their feet, Vallecano, and they're keeping the ball again. 10 men of Rayo Vallecano keeping the ball away from Real Madrid. Astonishing. Chavaria has it on the far side. Exchanges passes with Espino. Always had a handball. I think it is. I think it's going to be a free kick to Real Madrid in a position to potentially cross the ball into the penalty area. It's a bit harsh. Kind of ricocheted back off Chavaria. As Camavinga plays it to Ceballos. It's out onto the far side before Valverde. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe. He's crowded out by several players. Oh, and he's gone down the penalty area. Who was that this time? It's Brahim Diaz who went down. He feels he was pulled. I'm not sure there was enough in that. VAR may check it. But referee saying no, play on. Rodrigo will take this corner for Real Madrid, right-footed. Whipped into the box. Tchouameni's there. It's headed out well, though, by Florian Lejeune. Very good from him. Here's Rodrigo. Oh, he slips as he's kicked it. He's given it away. Giving it straight to Mendy, who clears the ball long down the pitch. And Valverde has picked up the pieces now for Madrid and will come forward once more. Here goes Valverde. Valverde puts it across to Dani Ceballos. It's whipped into the box by Vinicius Junior. It's headed out well though again. It's out to Vinicius once more. Vinicius into the box. Vinicius. Ooh, it's a corner. It's so surprised they get so many penalties, Real Madrid, with the way they dribble in the box. It must be so difficult to defend against the likes of Mbappe and Vinicius. And Ratayu is wasting time here. He's gone down, saying he's injured when he probably is making a meal of it. As, yeah, whether he's got cramp or not, I'm not sure, but it is taking time out of the game. And Real Madrid will have to wait to take this corner, as they have huffed and puffed Real Madrid, but not really created anything clear. The only moment, of course, was Mbappe's moment on that counter-attack when he went round the goalkeeper and with his left foot he couldn't quite hit the target. He just hit the crossbar in an open goal. All he had to do was hit the target. As Vinicius takes a corner short, Rodrigo whips it in, right-footed. It's punched away by Batalla. Once more, Brahim Diaz, deep for Real Madrid. It's now or never for the home side. Here's Camavinga into the penalty area. He's lost it though by the looks of it, and he's gone down. He's not going to get anything for that. They keep going down, Real Madrid. They've got to be careful. And the referee's just going to get sick of it. Chouameni brings the ball over the halfway line again. Valverde for Real Madrid. Goes out to Brahim Diaz. Into Camavinga. Mbappe is out far wide. On the far side, Brahim Diaz goes down again. And the ball comes back to Courtois on the halfway line. Here goes Ceballos into Rodrigo. Lovely feet by Rodrigo. Quick feet by Rodrigo. Oh, and he tried to put it across, and eventually it was put behind by Florian Lejeune. It's a corner kick to Real Madrid, which Rodrigo has put down, and he's in a hurry to take it. Rodrigo goes short to Vinicius Jr. Short to Dani Ceballos. Tries to play it in towards Rodrigo. Just for Madrid. Oh, and he's put it straight at the goalkeeper, Rodrigo. He struck it well, he struck it hard, but he struck it straight down the throat of Augusto Batalla. And you feel these are big moments, these are key moments, and they're just not quite going for Real Madrid at the moment. And Vallecano threatening to get it behind, but well played. Federico Valverde was able to thwart that attempt, as Ceballos is running forward now for Real Madrid. He should have released that. He's held onto the ball for far too long. And Valverde is now in that mode. Mbappe seems to have gone over to the right-hand side. It's a good bit of play though by, well, may have been put out of play. It's a goal kick to Raul Vallecano. And Kylian Mbappe couldn't quite keep that in. It's just one of those frustrating afternoons for Real Madrid. They haven't quite done enough in this game. Haven't quite put enough pressure on. Haven't created enough chances. And when you do that, there's always the risk that you're not going to get all 3 points, which they have shown today. As the ball goes long down the pitch by Batalla, headed forward by David Alaba. It's picked up in the middle of the pitch, and, well, dispossessed there was but Ceballos has played it out to Vinicius Jr., who's now running forward for Real Madrid and has hit the floor again. And it will be a throw into Raul Vallecano, and they are taking all the time in the world. Raul Vallecano, Vinicius Jr. not happy about it, but he's got to take it. He played well. Andrea Ratayu could have scored. He defended well against Vinicius. It's not an easy job, as Valverde gets it deep in the Real Madrid half, and they're going to come forward again. And this 10 men of Raul Vallecano has defended heroically for the last 16 minutes or so. There's Dani Ceballos now for Real Madrid. He's gone backwards again to Camavinga. Here goes Valverde. Fit forward into the box. Pretty poor ball, it has to be said. Won it back though, Chouameni. Very good at winning the ball back, isn't he, the Frenchman? As the Vallecano bench look anxiously on, as a draw would be a fantastic result for them in this campaign. Currently 16th in La Liga. This would be a huge point that they wouldn't have expected to have had. As Mbappe plays one round the corner beautifully. It's going to the penalty area. What's he given? He's given a penalty! He's given a penalty to Real Madrid. It's Brahim Diaz who's won the penalty. And Alvaro Arbeloa and Real Madrid may just have been given a late lifeline here. Could you believe it? It's a penalty to Real Madrid right at the death. Well, whether this is overturned by VAR, it might be, it's not going to be. He missed the ball altogether there, the substitute Espino. It's a wild swing of the right boot. He doesn't get the ball. He kicks Brahim Diaz. And I don't think that's going to get overturned. And Real Madrid have got a late penalty. Would you believe it? The 99th minute we're in now. Well, he's saying about getting the VAR screens, but I don't think you're going to get that one overturned. He's absolutely distraught. He can't believe it. But I don't think he can have too many complaints, as Rodrigo has the ball in his hands at the moment. But I'm sure he will be passing the ball over to Kylian Mbappe, who will take this penalty in the dying embers of this game. It will be one of the last kicks of the game. As the Vallecano players are trying to delay this as much as they can, as they would do the 10 men of Vallecano. And it will be a penalty, and it's going to be Kylian Mbappe, of course, to step up in the 100th minute of the game to keep Real Madrid in this title race for a huge 3 points here. This would be absolutely huge for Real Madrid. It would put them a point behind Barcelona. Kylian Mbappe, 21 goals in 20 La Liga matches this season. Can he get number 22nd? He steps up, right-footed, and he scores, of course he does. Kylian Mbappe raise it into the corner, and Real Madrid in the 100th minute of the game have stolen all 3 points here. They've got away with one, it has to be said, but is that the stuff of champions? Alvaro Arbeloa cool as a cucumber on the side, but he'll know what a big goal that is, and Kylian Mbappe has got Real Madrid over the line. Well, it was a lovely bit of skill by Brahim Diaz to win the penalty, and the foul by Nobel Mendy it was in the end, who made the foul. He just
inside their usual home strip, the red shirts, white shorts, black socks. Fulham also in their home strip, white shorts, white shirts and socks, and the black shorts in the second half. No changes to tell you about at half-time, so we are as we were at the start of play. Our referee is John Brooks from Leicestershire United. Get us underway, go back to Lamens. Lamens goes long, so it's Lamens in goal for United. Back four from left to right of Shaw, Martinez, Maguire and Dalot, and then Meno, Casemiro in midfield behind Kuna, Fernandes and Diallo, and Bumo leading the line. Ball goes out of play down this near side, throw into Fulham on the halfway line. Fulham have Leno in goal, back four from left to right, Robinson, Cuenca, Anderson. Anderson's on a yellow, that's the only yellow we've seen so far from our referee John Brooks. Castagna over on the right hand side. Midfield Berg, Iwobi, Chukwueze, Smith Rowe, Harry Wilson, Jimenez leading the line. On the benches for United, Bayinda, Heaven, Lacey, Malacia, Mazrari, Cesco, Bogarte, Euro and Xerxes. And for Fulham, Bassi, Carney, Kevin, King, Kusiasara, Baconte, Reed, Sessignon and Tete. The team news from the start of play was that both teams pretty much going as they were. It's just the one change for United from that win against Arsenal, the 3-2 win at the Emirates last week. Cunha coming in for Patrick Dorgu, who's out with a hamstring injury, and for Fulham, the Brazilian Kevin drops to the bench, and they brought in the AC Milan loanee Samuel Chukwueze on the right-hand side, who's not had a bad day actually. So it's 1-0 to United. 3 games kicking off at 2 o'clock in the Premier League on this Sunday afternoon. There's been a sending off in both of the other games, half times in those. It's Aston Villa 0, Brentford 1, but Brentford are down to 10 men. And it's Forest 1, Palace 1, and Forest are down to 10 men. Here it's 11 v 11 as Bruno Fernandes sends the ball back towards the halfway line, just to the left of the centre circle for United. Pokes it on towards Kobbie Mainoo, back inside his own half immediately to Lisandro Martinez, who goes square to Harry Maguire. Dalot over the halfway line to Diallo, looking to take on Anthony Robinson again over on that far side. The tricky winger, trying to play it down the line because he had the overlap on that occasion as Dalot had continued his run, but it comes off of Anthony Robinson. It's a throw-in for Fulham, over on the, for United I should say, over on the far side, midway inside the Fulham half. It'll be taken by Diogo Dalot. Dalot finds Mbeumo, comes rushing over towards that far side, back to Dalot immediately. Now Casemiro infield to Lisandro Martinez, closed down by Jimenez. Plays it out towards the inside left position, Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw with the ball with the outside of the left boot. Boot goes back towards Harry Maguire. Now Dalot again over on that far side, injection of pace from the Portuguese towards Mbeumo, back towards Dalot, just slightly behind him, still finds him though. Dalot now advancing towards the edge of the penalty area, he's only got Mbeumo ahead of him, tries to thread it through towards Mbeumo for a second, and in the end, keeper came out, Leno smuggled the shot, and it's actually deflected off of Mbeumo behind for a goal kick. Brilliant run by the Portuguese, picks the ball up just outside the centre circle, drives towards the edge of the penalty area, slides it through to Mbeumo. He's onside, he times his run perfectly, but so quick to come off his line was Bernd Leno that by the time he got his foot to it, Mbeumo, who was literally stood next to the goalkeeper, who came out and smothered it, and then the ball ricocheted back off of Mbeumo behind for a goal kick to Fulham. Good start to the second half for United. Here's Berg over on the far side, and that's gone out of play. It's come off a United player, though. It will be a Fulham throw, just shy of the halfway line down the Fulham left. Fulham in good form themselves. They had a late win against Brighton last time out, 2-1. They did lose to Fulham. They didn't lose to Fulham, they didn't lose to themselves. They lost to Leeds, who've been in good form recently prior to that defeat to Arsenal yesterday. Got through in the FA Cup, 3-1 against Middlesbrough, they had the win against Chelsea. Played really well against Liverpool. Got a draw there, draw against Palace, win at West Ham, win against Forest. And that's going all the way back to before Christmas. Here they come down the left-hand side. Cross comes in from Chukwueze towards the far post. It's headed down. Who will it fall for? Iwobi, edge of the penalty area. Now Alex Iwobi just holds it up, finds Harry Wilson, pokes it back to Iwobi. Iwobi's going to clip one in towards the far post, and it's played across the 6-yard area by Chukwueze, who was arriving late. And in the end, Martinez manages to get it away from Manchester United out towards the far side, but Fulham are coming again. Here's Berg. Berg now, he's got Alex Iwobi towards his right-hand side. He's found Iwobi, on it goes to Harry Wilson. Back again it goes to Berg. Berg is just outside the centre circle, inside the Manchester United half. Bruno Fernandes closes down, but they work it out towards this right-hand side. And it's now with Castagna. Castagna goes on to Harry Wilson. He wants a free kick edge of the penalty area. He's going to get one as well for the challenge by Luke Shaw, who's quite a lucky man, I think, because he's not going to go into the referee's book. But Fulham will have a free kick here right on the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. He has been the main man this season for Fulham, and if they're going to get back into this game, it's likely that Harry Wilson will have a big say in it. Good work previously by Lisandro Martinez to get that ball away before it fell for Jimenez inside the 6-yard area. Chukwueze does really well. So this free kick is right on the edge of the penalty area, to the right-hand side of the penalty area. It's about a yard infield from being level with the right-hand side of the penalty area. So it might be a little bit too wide for a shot on goal. Certainly still a big opportunity, though, to clip one in and cause some mayhem inside that Manchester United penalty area. It's going to be Harry Wilson. I think he is going to go for goal, you know, Harry. There's a 3-man wall for Manchester United containing Bruno Fernandes, Kuna and Casemiro. Plays it in. Oh, and it's a smuggle clear by the goalkeeper. Is it going to fall for a Fulham player inside that 6-yard area? And somehow United have got it clear, and it's a corner for Fulham. And it all came about because Lammen spilled the shot. It wasn't a great free kick. It was on target from Harry Wilson. He should have either held it or got something on it to get it clear, but all he did was push it clear towards the edge of the 6-yard area, and then it's absolute mayhem in there. And somehow it didn't fall kindly for a Fulham player, otherwise it would have been one apiece. United smuggled it clear towards this near side, and Fulham have their fourth corner of the afternoon. It'll be Harry Wilson to take it, who just took that free kick. They've started the second half well here, Marco Silva's men. Again, Iwobi comes over, but it will be Harry Wilson, left-footed, and it comes, gets a little flick on, but it's then cleared by United. Berg has retrieved it, and then Berg plays it down this near side, and Harry Wilson, I think, was in an offside position and so left it, and it's gone behind, and it's a Manchester United goal kick. 7 minutes played at the start of the second half. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. Aston Villa, just hearing, have got an equaliser. They are playing against 10 men in the second half. Unai Emery's men, so they'll be certainly expecting to push on and get those 3 points despite trailing at the break. Brentford having to play the whole of the second half down to 10 men. And an early equaliser at the start of the second, I'm hearing. I'll update you on that one in a second. Casemiro goes long for Manchester United, but it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper, who is the ex-Arsenal manager, Bernd Leno, of course. Now Fulham building over on the far side with Alex Iwobi, just held up by Mbeumo. Goes back towards the edge of his penalty area, Anderson, and he's happy to play it back to the goalkeeper, Tammy Abraham. Well, there we go. What a return. Villa 1, Brentford 1. It's Kevin Schade, by the way, who was sent off for Brentford. So it's 1 apiece now at Villa Park as Aston Villa look to close the gap at the top of the table. Cross comes in from Iwobi from the left-hand side for Fulham. That was cleared by United, but Berg retrieves for Fulham. Back to Robinson, onto Iwobi again. He's having a good game, the ex-Arsenal and Everton man. Now Chukwueze over on that far side. Back in field again to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi just holding it up, leaves it for Chukwueze this time, who cuts infield slightly. He's got 2 United players around him, and he spots a little bit of space for Anderson. First time ball goes out towards this near side, and Castagna back in field immediately to Berg. Berg square to his left, and Iwobi once more. Fulham threatening here, start of the second half. Iwobi, ball on his right foot, finds Harry Wilson, edge of the penalty area, pokes it out towards this near side, and is there an offside flag up there? Well, the referee's allowed play to continue anyway because United have the ball, and Matheus Cunha will clear long out towards the far side. But United have lost it. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe, can't quite find Chukwueze on the edge of the penalty area, and United can now clear, and they might have a break on. Brilliant ball out towards the far side, and Mbeumo looking to take on Cuenca. Cuts inside Cuenca. Diallo on the overlap. Here he is. Down towards the byline, thought about the first time ball in, holds it up and then plays it low across the edge of the 18-yard line towards Cunha, and Fulham are back in numbers now. They really are. They've got 5 on the edge of their own penalty area. United initially had the break on. Here's Mbeumo. Now Bruno Fernandes just outside the D. Goes back to Casemiro. Casemiro finds Luke Shaw towards his left-hand side. And Luke Shaw's forced back towards the halfway line where he finds Martinez. Martinez now infield to Kobbie Mainoo. He's going to float one out towards the far side because he's spotted Amad Diallo in acres of space on that right-hand side for Manchester United, midway inside the Fulham half. 1-2 between himself and Luke Shaw. Down the centre it goes this time. Bruno Fernandes gets the header on towards Cunha. Cunha pokes it on. Diogo Dalot. He had the opportunity to play it in, and I think he took too long. Fulham have cleared, but United pick up the pieces again as Fulham just go long towards the halfway line. Now it's Cunha over on the far side. Cunha gets a low ball into the box. It's cleared at the near post by Cuenca out towards the far side, and Fulham can play it clear again. Casemiro with the header out towards the far side, straight to Diogo Dalot. Infield to Kobbie Mainoo. Now Casemiro again. Casemiro's going to thread one through towards Cunha. 2-0 Manchester United. Right-footed, lashes it into the top of the net. And the man who got the winner last week at the Emirates is at it again. It's Matheus Cunha with his 6th goal of the season. And 11 minutes into the second half, Manchester United have doubled their lead. It's Manchester United 2, Fulham 0. And it's Matheus Cunha with a rifle of a finish. Right-footed, it was a tight angle, he just went for pace across the goalkeeper, and it ended up in the roof of the net at the Stretford end, and Manchester United are heading for 3 from 3 in the Premier League. under the stewardship of Michael Carrick. It's a beautifully worked goal. Fulham just couldn't get out. A couple of times they tried to clear their lines, never worked out. Dalot picks it up, finds Kobbie Mainoo, he finds Casemiro, and I think he's just onside. Kuna threads it through inside the penalty area from about 8 yards out, right-footed. He smashes it high above the goalkeeper. It's a goal, an assist for Casemiro. Brazilian to Brazilian. It's Manchester United 2, Fulham 0. And he got the 3 points last week at the Emirates. And he may just have confirmed another 3 points this afternoon at Old Trafford to put Manchester United back into the Premier League top 4. He did that awful celebration that he did last week at the Emirates again. Don't ask me what that's all about. I'm probably too old to understand. But if you saw it last week at the Emirates, it was the same again for the ex-Wolverhampton Wanderers player. It's 2-0 to United. And Fulham were having a good little spell before that. And that'll end that. That Aston Villa goal was chalked off. A lengthy VAR review, I'm being told. Again, I go back to what I said in the first half. Clear and obvious error. If it was lengthy, then how was it clear and obvious? But Tammy Abraham's goal is no longer, and it remains at Villa Park. Villa 0, Brentford 1. Here it's Manchester United 2, Fulham 0. And in the table, if it stays the same, of course, with Villa losing as well, then not only will Manchester United leapfrog both Liverpool and Chelsea into fourth, they'll also close the gap on Villa to 5 points. And there's still 14 games left to go. Maybe United fans, I don't know if they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Fulham have won the ball back here midway inside the United half. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe, finds Harry Wilson towards his right, pokes it out to Castagna down this near side, immediately back in field to Wilson, and the Welshman finds Sander Berg. Now it's Iwobi. They've played well today, Fulham, they really have. They don't deserve, I don't think, to be 2-0 down. I think it's been a very, very even game. United have just been very, very impressive in front of goal. They really have. If you look at these stats, the XG, Manchester United is 0.97 and Fulham is 0.8, so it's pretty much level. 50-50 as far as possession goes. Iwobi floats one out towards his near side, brought down beautifully by Castagna. Infield it goes. Cross is going to come in towards the far post. There's a little bit of space there as well, but the touch is poor, and that allows Diogo Dalot, I should say, to clear for United. But Fulham will come again, and this is similar to the pattern of play before United scored, because Fulham were having a nice little spell, a lot of possession inside the United half without really creating anything. And there's going to be a free kick here for United, and that will give them a breather. Nearly an hour played here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Fulham 0. Well, the possession stats are actually in favour of Fulham. It's 47-53 in favour of Fulham. Total shots 9-8 in favour of Fulham. Shots on target is in favour of United by 5-3. And it's 2-0 to United, and that's all that matters, isn't it? That scoreline, which could give Manchester United their 7th home win of the season. They have only lost twice, to be fair, here in the league this season. They've lost twice to Arsenal, which was the opening weekend of the season, of course, by a 0-0, and they lost to Everton as well here. That was one of the really low points, I think, that defeat to Everton here at Old Trafford. And that ball's gone out of play, I think, down this near side. No, it's not. Luke Shaw's done brilliant to keep that in play, and he's found Kobbie Mainoo. I don't know how he kept it in play. Luke Shaw gets the ball back down this near side. Infield to Bruno Fernandes. And Iwobi wins it back for Fulham. On it goes to Jimenez. He's not had a sniff, really, this afternoon, the Mexican. Fulham go all the way back towards the edge of their own penalty area. Here's Cuenca. Finds Robinson over on that far side. Touched off again by Emile Smith-Rowe once more to the American, and then in the end Fulham decide to work it from right to left, left to right I should say. Over the halfway line comes Castagna. He's advancing down this right hand side because no Manchester United player has gone across. Gets the cross in, right footed. Is there anybody there? It's cleared towards the edge of the penalty area, and in the end it's tidying up, good tidying up as well for United in the form of Amad Diallo, who just chests the ball back to Lamans. United then go long, but too long. That's going to go all the way through to Bernd Leno, who sets Fulham on their way again. They're still in this, Fulham, but they really need a goal. And of course, they could leave the door open at the other end for United to get a third. And if they do, it's game, set, match, you feel, as Diallo comes forward again, looking to take on Robinson. Cuts infield slightly, and in the end, he just overruns it And that allows Robinson to win the ball back, and then he's brought down over the far side by Bruno Fernandes, who makes his failings known, as he always does, to the officials. Not happy with that decision. It's a free kick to Fulham in their left-back position. 62 minutes played here at Old Trafford. And Kuna follows the goal in the first half from Casemiro. It's the Brazilian connection here at Old Trafford that's made the difference. Here's Alex Iwobi, just to the right of the centre circle inside the United half. Goes out to Castagna, back in field again to Iwobi immediately. Iwobi slows it down to walking pace and then goes back towards Anderson. Immediately returns the favour as Iwobi makes his way over towards the inside right position. Sweeps it out towards the far side this time, and Fulham will have a go down the left-hand side. Jimenez can't control it. United clear, but Iwobi picks it up again. Floats one through, and it's a little bit too much for Emile Smith-Rowe, and it goes through to Manchester United's goalkeeper, Seny Lemans, the Belgian, who, as I said, is becoming a fan favourite here at Old Trafford, and the first fan favourite goalkeeper they've had since David De Gea, of course. We had the Peter Schmeichel years. We then had the David De Gea years. And they've got through a few since, haven't they? It hasn't quite worked out for them, but it appears, early days still, as if Lemans is providing that assured quality that Manchester United have lacked between the sticks for some time now. As Fulham have possession again midway inside their own half with Sanderberg. Neither team have made a change yet. Quite often the hour mark is the time to do so, but Fulham, obviously the emphasis is on Fulham, I guess, to make the changes, trailing by 2-0. But Marco Silva, who's on a yellow card, has not shown his hand just yet. Here's Castagna, just over the halfway line down the right-hand side, brought down by Mbuma. That'll be a free kick to Fulham. Takes the quick one, goes back towards the halfway line, and Sanderberg, right-hand side of the centre circle for Fulham, touches it off towards his left-hand side, and Jorge Cuenca, and the Spaniard, leaves it for Robinson. Berg again, on to Emile Smith-Rowe. Rides one challenge, rides another, tries to ride another as well, then gets a free kick, edge of the penalty area. Really good work by the ex-Arsenal man, actually. It's going to be a yellow card as well for that challenge on the edge of the penalty area. They just couldn't live with him there, Emile Smith-Rowe. He rode one challenge, went round Kuna, and in the end it's Casemiro who's going to get the yellow card, which is part and parcel of his game, I'm afraid. He's got his goal. He's also got his yellow card, which is pretty much obligatory for the Brazilian. And Fulham have a free kick in a very dangerous position here. Edge of the Manchester United penalty area. They need a goal if they're going to get back in this one. Jimenez and Harry Wilson look like the two. The number 7 for Fulham, number 8 for Fulham. It's just to the left of the D. 20 yards from goal. Lemans arranges his wall. It looks as if it's going to be Jimenez. Hand on hips for the Portuguese. Harry Wilson is there as well. It could be the Welshman. Referee John Brooks now is happy. He walks away, blows his whistle. 25 minutes to play. It's going to be Jimenez, right-footed, steps up, hits the wall. And it might fall kindly for Fulham. They're going to get one back here, are they? They have. It's gone in. It's smuggled in at the far post. And it's Jorge Cuenca, would you believe it, who's got the goal. And Fulham are suddenly back in it here at Old Trafford. The initial free kick didn't work out at all. Jimenez took it, it hit the wall, and it looped up in towards the 6-yard area. And there, arriving at the far post, was Jorge Cuenca, who said thank you very much and tapped it in. It's 2-1. It comes in. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. This might be ruled out for offside, just looking at it. This might be ruled out for offside. The free kick hits the wall, and it falls then for, inside the penalty area, it falls for Chukwueze. He goes for a shot. His shot is blocked, but it falls into the path of Jorge Cuenca, and he taps it into the empty net. But I think he was in an offside position as Chukwueze took the shot, and if he did, he's offside. There's a lot to clear up here for the VAR, because it's not entirely clear whether did the ball come off of Chukwueze or did it hit the Manchester United player. The first thing to say is it's a really poor free kick from Jimenez initially. That's the initial thing. And just looking at the feed that I'm being given from VAR, they're looking at a few different things here, so I'm not entirely sure what. As the ball's played in initially from Jimenez, there's definitely nobody in an offside position at that stage. Well, we're nearly midway through the second half, and this could be a big, big moment in this game, because it's either going to be Manchester United 2, Fulham 1, or it's still going to be 2-0, and Fulham really need a way back into this game, and this could be their way back in, but we're probably going to wait about 5 minutes now for a VAR decision. They've not been very quick today. There was a Manchester United penalty appeal in the first half, which was ultimately turned down by VAR, but goodness me, did we look at many, many different angles on many, many different occasions. It's still Aston Villa 0, Brentford 1, Forest 1, Palace 1, by the way, and the other 2 o'clock kickoffs. Spurs Manchester City coming up at 4:30 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Villa could be missing their opportunity here to go into second place, with Manchester City playing later. They're trailing Brentford by goals, and even a draw for Villa today would be good enough to put them in second before City play at 4:30. We still await this VAR decision. There's a lot of things to unravel, I think, inside that penalty, because they were looking at many different things. Not entirely sure what, but it is one of those ones that could go on for quite a while. And just a reminder of what Manchester United have got coming up after this one. They've got Tottenham next weekend. That's the Saturday lunchtime game here at Old Trafford again. They then go to the Olympic Stadium on the 10th of February to play West Ham. They then go to Everton on the 23rd before a home game against Crystal Palace on the 1st of March. And for Fulham, their next game is at home to Everton on the 7th of Feb. They then go to Manchester City on the 11th of Feb. They then got a FA Cup game at Stoke on the 15th, away to Sunderland on the 22nd, and then on the 1st they're at home to Spurs. We finally have a decision in the VAR, and that goal has indeed been chalked off. It remains Manchester United 2, Fulham 0, and Fulham, who thought they had a way back in it, it's been given offside. I only saw one angle of it, and from what I could see, it looked as if Chukwueze took his shot, which was deflected into the path of the Fulham defender. He was just slightly beyond the last defender, and indeed he was. So it remains Manchester United 2, Fulham 0, and Fulham will have to try all over again to try and get back in this game, and they've got 21 minutes plus stoppage time to do so. Still, neither side have made a change, and Marco Silva's obviously seen enough out there to suggest that the 11 men he's got on the field can do the job of getting back into this. They certainly have matched Manchester United punch for punch this afternoon. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the net. Well, they have put it in the net, but not legally. Here come Fulham again towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty. Poked out towards the far side, down towards the byline it goes. Robinson, can he cut the ball back? There's the cross. It's got a bit of height on it, a bit too much height on it, and in the end actually there's a free kick given inside that Manchester United penalty. It'll be a free kick to Manchester United, 20 minutes to play. And just looking at the offside decision, the line was drawn, and how close was it? Oh my goodness, it was so... you're literally talking a heel. The last Manchester United player is Amad Diallo, in fact, believe it or not. Here's a change for Fulham, and it really is a heel ahead. So Kevin and Sessegnon are coming on for Fulham. So it's Ryan Sessegnon and the Brazilian Kevin, and the two players who've been pulled off are Anthony Robinson and Emil Smith-Rowe. Free kick to Manchester United inside their own penalty area. Still no changes for United. Michael Carrick quite happy with what he's seeing out there at the moment with his starting 11. They have got the likes of Benjamin Cesco, Manuel Ugarte, Lenny Yoro, Joshua Zirkzee on the bench if required. United have a throw in there midway inside the Fulham half down the left, and it'll be taken down this near side by Luke Shaw. United now play it back inside their own half. Is Casemiro. He's got to be in contention for player of the match, I think, Casemiro, with his goal and his assist, because that's been the difference. It really has. Stating the obvious, really, goals are the difference in a game, but it has been so evenly fought, really, here at Old Trafford. That's a beautiful ball spread out towards this near side by Luke Shaw. Infield, it goes to Kuna, left-hand side of the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes lets it run into the path of Casemiro, right-footed shot, and it hits the defender, clears out towards this near side, and Luke Shaw has it. Cushioned header back towards the halfway line of Bruno Fernandes, and he pokes it back inside his own half to Lisandro Martinez. On it goes to Cunha in the inside left position. Now Luke Shaw hugging the touchline down this near side, Casemiro. And then Casemiro just nonchalantly plays it back inside his own half to Harry Maguire inside the centre circle. Under a little bit of pressure, goes all the way back to goalkeeper Lamons just on the edge of the D. Goes low out towards Martinez. Now it's Casemiro. Infield to Casemiro. Look at the space opening up for Casemiro. He then goes long out towards the far side to Diallo. What a beautiful ball as well by the Brazilian. Diallo down towards the byline he goes. Looking to take on the substitute Cesco, and he has got inside the penalty area, but he's overran it. And Fulham clear long towards the halfway line. United win it back though immediately inside the centre circle, much to the disgust of Jimenez, who thought it was a foul on him from Harry Maguire. Out to Diallo again. There's the overlap from Dalot, right hand side of the penalty area. Low ball across the penalty area. Shot comes in from Cunha, always rising, and into the Stretford end towards our left hand side and behind for a goal kick to Fulham. He had the right to shoot there, he really did. Matheus Cunha, it opened up beautifully for him, but he got underneath it, and Bernd Leno just happy to watch that one go sailing above him and into the crowd. Goal kick for the visitors, but before that Benjamin Cesco is going to be given a run out here. The big money signing from RB Leipzig in the summer, the Slovenian, and he's going to replace the match winner from last week at the Emirates, and he might well be again today. He's got the second goal in the 56th minute. Matheus Cunha is replaced for Manchester United, and Benjamin Cesco is on. Cunha getting his 6th goal of the season. He's Manchester United's second top scorer, behind Brian Mbeumo, who's got 9. Off comes Casemiro as well. They're going to make another change here, United. That caught me cold, that one did. I was expecting just the one change, but Casemiro now, much to the delight of the Old Trafford faithful, he is the one getting the applause here, getting the plaudits, and he's going to be replaced by Manuel Ugarte. And he really is having a really good spell in this Manchester United side. To be fair, that was before Michael Carrick came. It's not just these 3 games. He was playing well, actually, prior to that. And he's done his job this afternoon. He's got his goal, he's got his assist, and the Uruguayan Manuel Ugarte has come on to replace him for the last 16 minutes plus stoppage time, with his team leading by 2-0, and they've won the ball back dangerously here, midway inside the Fulham half. Cross comes in from Diallo. There's the header. Is it 3-0? Oh, it's hit the post. Well, what an introduction that would have been by Benjamin Cesco. The cross came in from the right-hand side, and Cesco's got to score, really. 6 yards out, free header, and it's hit the upright. Lovely cross from Diallo. Cesco gets there, heads it down into the goalkeeper's right-hand post, and it comes back to Cesco, actually. It comes back to him very quickly, and he has to adjust quickly, and he gets another header in, but he gets right underneath that one, and it goes onto the roof of the net and behind for a goal kick. United are coming again. They're sensing a third here, United, which would kill this game off. It was only a few minutes ago we thought this game was back to 2-1, and it was back in the balance, but that Fulham goal ruled out through the tightest of VAR decisions for offside. And now United knocking on the door for a third to confirm the points here at Old Trafford. They've lost possession though. Fulham go long, but all they've done is give the possession back to Manchester United on the halfway line. Here's Harry Maguire, right to the centre circle. And then Dalot goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Low out to Martinez, left-hand side of the D. Goes back to his goalkeeper on the right-hand corner of the 6-yard area. And here's the first opportunity for Manuel Ugarte. Brings the ball forward towards the halfway line, feeds it on to Luke Shaw. Cesco's making a run down the centre, but he decides to go out to the left-hand side, and then Mbeumo, low ball across the edge of the 18-yard line. It's not going to find its intended recipient, which was Bruno Fernandes. and it can be cleared by Fulham over on the far side. Over the halfway line they come, they lose possession immediately. It's a slip over on the far side, which allows United to come again. There's the long ball out towards Amad Diallo over on the far side, racing down towards the byline. Cuenca closes him down, finds Bruno Fernandes, and then the ball goes out of play, but it's come off of Amad Diallo. It'll be a throw into Fulham, level with the edge of their own penalty area down their left-hand side. So 2 changes for Fulham. Will they make a difference? Anthony Robinson and Emil Smith-Rowe being sacrificed, and Kevin plus Ryan Sessegnon for Marco Silva's men to see if they can make an impression here. Last one at Old Trafford in February 2024, so it wasn't long ago. 2-1 that day. Here is Sessegnon, goes out towards the left-hand side, level with the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Chukwueze tries to take on Dalot, and Dalot puts it behind, and it's a Fulham corner, their 5th of the afternoon with 13 minutes left for play. They need something, and they need something pretty quick here, Fulham, if they're going to bring anything back to West London. Trailing by 2-0. Casemiro and Matthias Cunha with the goals. Harry Wilson, once again, as has happened in every corner that Fulham have had, this is their 5th, that both Iwobi and Harry Wilson have gone over towards the far side to take this one. I think it's going to be Harry Wilson. Now he walks away. It's Iwobi, right-footed, and it comes right above the goalkeeper. Gets a good punch on it, Lamans, and gets it clear. Now United might have a break on. Cesco, can he play this one right? He needs to get it on towards Mbumo. He can't do so. Ball goes go on a play. It will be a throw into United, though, down this near side. And, well, we've got about 12 minutes left in this one. The other 2 Premier League games are a little bit behind by about 3 or 4 minutes, but still the 10 men of Brentford are leading Aston Villa by a goal to nil, and still the 10 men of Forest are holding firm against Crystal Palace. And there's going to be a change here for Fulham. And coming on, I should say, is Tom Cairney, the Scot. We're looking again at the offside decision, and it's a strange one because when you look at it, even when you look at where the lines are drawn, it looks as if the Manchester United player is further back than the Fulham one. I did say it took a while, and it really did. Tom Cairney is on for Fulham then, and he's replaced the man who had a good first half, actually, the Nigerian Samuel Chukwueze on loan from AC Milan at the moment. He had a good first half. He's been quiet in the second. So a 3rd change for Marco Silva with 11 minutes left to play, and his team trailing by 2-0 here at Old Trafford. United heading for 3 out of 3 under Michael Carrick. And they're unbeaten in 6 as it goes anyway, Manchester United. Even before those couple of wins against Manchester City and Arsenal, this will be 7 unbeaten. And as it stands, it'll be 4 wins and 3 draws in those 7. And as I said, they don't have any other priorities. They've got nothing left to play for this season. They only have their Premier League games. They're going to play their lowest amount of games, 40 games this season, in about a century or something, I believe. As they have possession midway inside the Fulham half. Kobbie Mainoo dinks one down the line towards Dalot. Can he keep this one in play? Rushing down towards the byline. As the ball gone out? No, it stayed in. Well, it's cleared by Fulham, but United will have it again down this near side with Mbumo. Now Bruno Fernandes, and Agate goes back towards Lisandro Martinez, left-hand side of the penalty area. One looped over the top, and Luke Shaw can't quite get his studs on it, and it's behind for a goal kick to Fulham. We're inside the last 10 minutes of the 90. Manchester United 2, Fulham 0. Well, it's worth mentioning Brentford, if they can heroically hang on for that 3 points at Aston Villa, then Brentford will be up to 7th. Just 3 points behind Liverpool, and suddenly Brentford are in the conversation, aren't they? They've had a really good second half of the season, and I mean, that could be one of the results of the season if they can go to Villa Park and get a win. Oh, here's an opportunity for Jimenez, push clear and behind by Lamans. He didn't get the connection he wanted, the Mexican. It was a long ball in from this right-hand side, and it comes in from Joachim Andersen, and Jimenez 7 yards out. He sort of scuffs the shot. He brings it down beautifully with the chest, and he gets it. He just sort of toe pokes it towards goal. He gets enough on it, and Lemons had to make the save, but it's a save you'd expect him to make, but he has put it behind for a Fulham corner. Harry Wilson to take. Left-footed delivery. There's the header down, and it's hit Diogo Dalot, is it, for another corner? It has. It's another one. It got a little flick on at the near post by Joachim Andersen, and it just hit Diogo Dalot. It could have gone actually absolutely anywhere, in fact, and in the end it went behind for another corner. So Harry Wilson will get another opportunity from the far side. Left-footed again, and it comes. There's a Manchester United player down, which is Martinez. United have cleared anyway out towards the far side, and Bruno Fernandes goes long down the centre looking for Mbeumo, and out of his goal comes, rushing out of his goal comes Bernd Leno to put the ball out of play over the far side. It's a throw-in for Manchester United, midway inside the Fulham half, down the United right. And back towards the halfway line they go with Bruno Fernandes. Now Diallo again. Bruno Fernandes is challenged. He just shakes off that challenge and maintains possession, and then goes back towards the halfway line inside the centre circle with Martinez. Down the centre, Kobbie Mainoo. This is dangerous. Kobbie Mainoo again infield to Benjamin Cesco, but Benjamin Cesco's ball is not a particularly good one, and Fulham can bring the ball clear now with the very strong Ryan Sessegnon. Now Iwobi. Looped over the top. That's a lovely ball as well towards Sanderberg. It's opened up for Sanderberg, who plays one towards Jimenez. He's inside the penalty area. This is their chance, Fulham, and Jimenez can't do it again. And the referee's awarded a penalty. Well, Jimenez came rushing in, tried to get the ball past Lemons, and the referee has immediately pointed to the spot for a Fulham penalty and an opportunity for a way back in this game. The ball was slipped through beautifully. It just suddenly opened up midway inside the Manchester United half for Sanderberg. He slips it through to Jimenez. Jimenez first touch to take him inside the penalty area, and then sliding across is Harry Maguire just as he goes to pull the trigger. It's a poor challenge by Maguire, because I think Jimenez has overran it, and I don't think he would have ended up scoring. He gets a toe poke to it, but it hits Lemons, and I don't think if Harry Maguire had made that challenge, it would have made any difference. It's a poor challenge by the England international. It's got him a yellow card as well, and it's given Fulham a way back into this game. They'll have a penalty with just over 6 minutes left for play, and he just timed it horribly wrong, Harry Maguire really did. He came sliding in on Jimenez, and as I said, Jimenez's first touch was a bit heavy. He was going to get the shot in, but I don't think he would have scored, because Lemons had closed him down, and it would have been difficult for him to get the ball over the Belgian. And then Harry Maguire just comes sliding in, and it's resulted in this penalty. And, well, they thought they had a way back in this game about 10 minutes ago when they got the ball in the back of the net. That one was ruled out through VAR, but now they'll have an opportunity from the penalty spot. Jimenez has scored all of his last 5 penalties, and if he can score here with just over 5 minutes left for play, we could be in for a grandstand finish here at Old Trafford. Jimenez then at the east stand end, steps up, right-footed, couple of it's a beautiful penalty. It's 2-1. Couple of stutters from Raul Jimenez, right-footed. It just lifts it into the roof of the net. The goalkeeper actually went the right way, but you don't save those. He's got it into the roof of the net. He's got enough power on it, and we're in for a grandstand last 5 minutes here at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 2, Fulham 1, and it's Raul Jimenez with his 6th goal of the season from the penalty spot. He doesn't very often miss from 12 yards. Bit of stuttering as he steps up. Lemons goes the right way, but he just lifts it right into the top corner. It's pretty much the perfect penalty. If you were to place that ball, if you were to walk over to the goal and place it in the area you wanted it, that's exactly where you would have put it. It's the perfect penalty from the Mexican. And Fulham are back in this game with 5 to play. And it's the penalty from Raul Jimenez. So, what have we got left here at Old Trafford? This really could be an interesting ending, and Michael Carrick has seen enough to want to make a change. Is it Mazraoui that's going to be coming on, the Moroccan? Diogo Dalot is certainly going to be replaced. Dalot coming towards this near side. And indeed, it is the Manchester United number 3, Noussair Mazraoui, to shore things up at the back as United just look to hang on here. Fulham are going to make a change themselves. And they're bringing on Calvin Bassey, who's going to replace Jorge Cuenca. So More of a attacking change for Marco Silva as they look to hold themselves level and bring a point back to West London. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. And to be fair, the way this game has gone, it's more realistic, the scoreline, I would say. It's been so even all afternoon. The stats are showing us Fulham 52 to 48. They've had 12 shots each, 5 on target for United, 4 for Fulham, and the XG, which is always a good indicator of how the game's going, 1.58 for United, 1.71 for Fulham, which certainly would suggest, looking at that stat, that they deserve a point here, Marco Silva's men. Well, I think they probably do. Whether they're going to get it or not will be decided in the next 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Can they force the ball in again and get a point? Well, they've made all the changes I think they're going to make now. Iwobi remains on the field. He's pulled the strings in midfield. It's had a really good game for Fulham. Goes back towards the halfway line. Sander Berg, it was his through ball that resulted in that penalty through to Raul Jimenez. Goes out towards Castagna down this near side. Back in field again to Sander Berg. And United happy to just soak it up. Tom Cairney, first touch for him off the bench. Out towards Bassi. 1-2 between himself and Alex Iwobi. Down the line it goes. Bassi low ball into the box. Harry Maguire clears it. They've got to be careful at United. They give it away. And Amad Diallo just thrashes it clear out towards this near side. And it's out of play. It's a Fulham throw midway inside the Manchester United half down the Fulham right-hand side. And it's backs to the wall stuff here from Michael Carrick's men. And we've not really seen this for United. We didn't even really see it at the Emirates last week, because I don't remember after United went 3-2 in front, Arsenal really threatening to get an equaliser. Ball comes into the box, United will get it clear, they'll just play it long and it'll be retrieved over on the far side by the goalkeeper, Bernd Leno, who sets Fulham on their way again. We're in the 89th minute here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. Fulham with their tails up after halving that lead with that Raul Jimenez penalty. Here's Anderson down this near side. He's got Castagna, steadied himself, he's going to get the cross in. In comes the cross, headed clear by Bruno Fernandes towards the edge of the penalty area, but Fulham will come again. And they have it over on the far side with Kevin, who's not done a great deal since coming on. Now it's Borg again as Fulham work it back to a central area, and they eventually work it out towards this near side. And Castagna, closed down by Mbumo, goes back to Anderson. And Anderson finds Berg again. Berg. On it goes to Tom Cairney. A little bit of space opened up for Bassi. Bassi tries to slip one through down that left-hand side, but it's Bruno Fernandes, I think, who's cleared for Manchester United. That ball's come off of Benjamin Cesco, is it? No, it hasn't. It's come off of a Fulham player, so it'll be a throw-in for United. A little bit of a breather for Michael Carrick's men. We're going to have to see this one out late in the day. We're in the 90th minute. And it's Manchester United 2, Fulham 1. United were cruising, 2 goals to the good. Casemiro in the 19th minute, Mateus Cunha in the 56th. But that penalty from Raul Jimenez. And suddenly we've got a different complexion here at Old Trafford as Bruno Fernandes goes long looking for Mbumo. That will be tidied up nicely though by Timothy Castagna, the Belgian. Cushions the header back to the goalkeeper who bowls it out to Joachim Andersen. We're just about to find out how much time is going to be added on. We are going to have quite a bit because there was that VAR decision to rule out that Fulham goal, which of course if it was given it'd be 2 apiece now, wouldn't it? Took an age, or it seemed like an age anyway, as Manchester United come down the right hand side. Good work from Mazwari actually. He's one match. Oh goodness me. The board has gone up and I don't think Manchester United fans are going to be too pleased. 9 minutes of stoppage time here at Old Trafford. We're into the first of those now, and they've got another 9 minutes to hold on here for a Fulham side who's suddenly reinvigorated at Old Trafford. Ball goes out of play from the far side. Fulham will have a throw-in just inside the Manchester United half. So 9 minutes of stoppage time. Well, they say it only takes a second to score a goal. Well, Fulham have got 9 minutes to try and find one here and take a point back to West London this afternoon. Here's Cairney, right inside of the centre circle. Rushing down the right-hand side there was a run that was being made by Castagna, but he didn't see him, and in the end he switches play out towards the left-hand side, in fact. Low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. Shot's going to come in. Oh my my goodness, that is an incredible equaliser. Would you believe it? It's Kevin. Edge of the penalty area, right-footed, he's curled it into the top corner, and Fulham have snatched a point here at Old Trafford. It's an incredible comeback. Manchester United 2, Fulham 2, and the Brazilian off the bench, who's really done absolutely nothing since he's come on. Well, my goodness, he's made his impact now, hasn't he, Kevin? It's Manchester United 2, Fulham 2, and I'll be honest, Fulham have got themselves a deserved point. They really have. They should never have been 2 down in this game. They had a goal ruled out by the slenderest of offside margins, but they've not given up. They've carried on playing their way, and they've got their rewards with 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Raul Jimenez in the 85th, and then this, the goal of the game from Kevin. It was laid off by Bassi, takes one touch, and then right-footed from the left-hand corner of the penalty area. He only had one thing in mind, to curl that ball into the top corner behind Lamens, and my goodness, you don't save those. It's an absolute peach from the Brazilian, and it's Manchester United 2, Fulham 2, and that, well, it's not goal of the game, that's goal of the weekend, I think. You're going to struggle to beat that one. The curl on it, it curls when you look at it from behind the goal. It curls from the outside of the goal inside. Marco Silva does a little jig of delight on the touchline. And it's 2 apiece here at Old Trafford. And Manchester United, well, by the changes that were made by Carrick, you could tell that once Fulham got that goal, it was a case of let's just keep what we've got here. Let's just hold on. It's 2 up, it's 2-1. We're holding on to the 3 points. Not anymore. And I tell you what, with what have we got? About 6 minutes of stoppage time still to play. Fulham might fancy getting another one here. 2 apiece here at Old Trafford. What a goal that is from Kevin. An absolute beauty. And it's 2 apiece. What next? And as I said, with all this stoppage time, we've still got time for another goal. Will United come again? Can they come again? Well, they did, didn't they? Last week against Arsenal at the Emirates, they were pulled back to 2-1 fairly late on. And they came again, and they're coming down the right-hand side now. Cesco's in the middle. Will it find Benjamin Cesco? Back to goal, turns. Right-footed, scores! Would you believe it? They're back in front. Benjamin Cesco, with his back to goal, swivels right-footed into the top corner. And no sooner had Fulham got level than Manchester United are back in front. And Benjamin Cesco, off the bench, has made it Manchester United 3, Fulham 2, and lightning does strike twice, just as last week at the Emirates, where Arsenal came back late with a goal to make it 2 apiece. United have come again. It's Manchester United 3, Fulham 2. What an extraordinary end to this game. And those 9 minutes of stoppage time, when that 9 minutes went up on the board, we thought, well, there's still plenty of time for a goal. Well, we've seen 2 goals now. And Benjamin Cesco may well be the match winner here for Manchester United to keep this run under Michael Carrick going 3 out of 3. It's brilliant work, by the way, by Bruno Fernandes. He turns Bassi down the right-hand side, low ball into the box. Cesco picks the ball up, pretty much stood on the penalty spot, but he's got his back to goal, Cesco. He turns, right-footed, first-time shot into the top corner, and Leno just watched it fizzle beyond it. No chance for him. And Cesco has just made himself a hero here at Old Trafford. I think every United player needs a moment, don't they? We've seen some fantastic ones over the years from the likes of Anthony Martial. I remember that one against Liverpool. Marcus Rashford had his moment as well, didn't he? Well, Benjamin Cesco has had his here today, because he may well have won Manchester United this game in this incredible second half here at Old Trafford. We've got 4 minutes of stoppage time to play. I'm not quite sure why we haven't kicked off yet, to be quite honest with you. There's been a real delay in the kickoff. I hope to goodness it's nothing to do with VAR, because there's nothing in that build up to that goal, or that goal that's needs looking at by VAR, but there just has been a delay in the game kicking off again, and this might well be the reason. Brian Mbeumo is going to be replaced for Manchester United. He's going to be replaced by Lenny Yoro, the Frenchman. So there's still 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. We'll probably have a little bit more as well added on. We've had 2 goals in stoppage time. The goal of the game from Kevin, who looked like he'd stolen a point for Fulham. And then United go straight up the other end and make it 3-2. They're in stoppage time in the other 2 games, by the way, in the Premier League. It's still Aston Villa 0, Brentford 1. What an incredible incredible effort from Brentford there. They played the whole of the second half down to 10 men. They took the lead right on the stroke of half-time, just a couple of minutes after going a goal behind, and it looks like they're going to hang on for victory there. And Nottingham Forest won, Crystal Palace won, and Forest led that game by a goal to nil. They went down to 10 men, conceded the penalty as a result of that. Palace converted the penalty. But again, Forest have played the whole of the second half, and it looks like they're down to 10 men, and it looks like they're going to hang on. Well, we've come to the right place today, haven't we? I think this is where all the drama is finished, by the way, at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 1. That is, in the end, a big point for Nottingham Forest. I think they'll be disappointed at the start of the day. They would have wanted the 3 points, particularly with Crystal Palace in freefall. But having to play the whole of the second half down to 10 men, I think they'll take that one. So it's finished Forest 1, Palace 1. They're still playing at Villa Park. Deep in stoppage time there. Aston Villa 0, Brentford 1. Even a draw for Villa this afternoon would have put them above Manchester City before their game later on, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Manchester United 3, Fulham 2. Surely there can't be another sting in the tail in this game, can there? Well, Fulham are coming forward. Is Harry Wilson, clips one into the box. That's volleyed clear towards the halfway line for the hosts, and Fulham will pick it up on the halfway line, and they'll come again. There's 10 minutes of stoppage time, by the way, at Villa Park, so that one's going to finish after this one, actually. We played 7 here of 10. Here's Bassi, challenged, loses possession, and Manchester United just need to be clever here now. And Diallo will bring it away over on the far side, looking to take on Bassi. Has he got the beating of Bassi? No, he hasn't. Just showed a little bit too much of it in the end to the Nigerian. And Iwobi brings it away for Fulham. Kenny inside the centre circle. He leaves it and lets it run towards this near side for Fulham. Surely there can't be another goal in stoppage time, can there? Ball played down the right side. It's a nice one, though. Castagna can't get the cross in, though, because it hits Martinez, who gives it a huge vamos. Puts the ball out of play. Throw in to Fulham, which they've already taken. It's cleared out towards the near side. Again, Castagna has it down towards the byline. He goes. Has he overran it? No, he hasn't. And Fulham have done well to win. Which side of the corner flag did that ball go off for Martinez? Is it a corner? Down this near side. And it's going to be a throw-in, actually, right next to the corner flag, as it indeed it is. It'll be taken by Timothy Castagna. Is he going to go for the long one? Is he going to hurl this one in towards that 6-yard area? In it comes. Headed clear for United. And then poked further clear by Bruno Fernandes towards the halfway line. It'll be retrieved by Harry Wilson, just to the right of the centre circle. We've played the 9 minutes of stoppage time. We're probably going to have another minute, maybe even 2. And the ball will break kindly for Fulham. Over on the far side, Kevin. What a goal that was. Can he thread one through again for another Fulham goal? No, he can't. They can't get it clear, though, Manchester United. Fulham will come again. Jimenez dinks one in, and Luke Shaw does really well, actually, there. He just looks around, looks to his left, looks to his right, didn't spot the danger, and just allows the ball to float over his head, and it's behind for a goal kick to Manchester United. As I said, we played the 9 minutes with all the stoppages we've had in the injury time that was added, the 9 minutes. We might have another minute, possibly another 2 minutes. I don't think the whistle's going to go as soon as Lemons takes this goal kick. What an incredible injury time we've had here, though. It was 2-1 to Manchester United going into injury time, and then Kevin with one of the goals of the season to make it 2 apiece, and then United straight up the other end, Benjamin Cesco, to make it 3-2. Lemons takes this goal kick for United. Bassi heads it back into the United half. It's loose down this near side, and it's Harry Wilson who just loops it forward towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Martinez on the volley gets it clear out of play. Throw in to Fulham. We played 10 minutes of stoppage time. We might possibly have 1 more minute. Let's see how much longer John Brooks is going to add on here. Fulham have possession, but they're inside their own half at the moment. Castagna out towards this near side. On it goes to Harry Wilson. He allows the ball to run. I'm not entirely sure why. It has fallen to a white shirt, though. Fairly fortuitously for Fulham. And the ball is pinging around down this near side. Fulham have a throw in the end, just inside the Manchester United half, down the right side. Castagna's going to take it. Takes a quick one, finds Tom Cairney. Surely this is the last chance for Fulham. Tom Cairney just holds it up under pressure. Has to go back to Bassi. Bassi's fouled inside the centre circle. I think the referee's going to allow play to continue, as he's not. He's going to pull that up for a foul from Ugarte. Free kick to Fulham then, just outside the centre circle, inside the Manchester United half. And it's now or never for Fulham, isn't it? This ball is going to come in from the Scot, Tom Cairney. We've played 11 minutes of stoppage time now here at Old Trafford. Can Fulham find something again? Drilled in left-footed towards the far post. Volleyed clear by Martinez. Is that enough for Manchester United? Clears out towards this near side. Still the referee has not blown his whistle. Still we play on. Ball down towards the right-hand side. Castagna. He just slips slightly as he tries to get the cross in, and that allows Martinez to play it long and out of play. It's a Fulham throw, and still we play on. Throw into Fulham on the halfway line. Anderson gets the ball back following the throw-in. And what's happening here? No, the referee's not happy with where the throw-in was taken. Is that what it is? Harry Wilson will take it. Takes the throw-in. And Fulham have got to lump it, surely. They've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Steadies himself. He's got to kick long now. Goes long towards the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Volleyed clear out towards the far side, but retrieved by Fulham. There goes the final whistle. What an incredible second half here at Old Trafford. Manchester United have got the win. They were 2-0 up. They were cruising. A Fulham comeback with Jimenez's penalty in the 85th, and then it looked like they'd stolen a point with an incredible goal from Kevin in the second minute of stoppage time. But then United, they came again. They went straight up the other end, and Benjamin Cesco